So hello, Swifties. We are Swifties ourselves, and we're so excited to be reacting to Opalite today. She specifically used the stone Opalite because it's man-made. Not only did happiness arrive through, Travis arriving in her life, she was doing her best to create happiness even amid the lightning strikes.
Yeah. You can't love someone who you don't feel safe with.
There's a feeling of safety that is lacking that she's trying to convey that she didn't have in her lover's past.
There is value in the heartache. There is value in the chaos, the loving anyway.
You were making the most out of a trashy situation.
We can dance through hardships.
You need to make those mistakes in order to be who you are. This suffering, this disappointment, this frustration is temporary. It won't last forever. You can create happiness. You don't have to wait for it to happen. You don't have to wait for it to arrive. Just a little bit. I think that's okay. Hello.
Hello.
We're back again. Less dead. So good morning.
Speak for yourself.
Well, at least we're not studying for the boards anymore. You have like an eyelash.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
You're so sweet. Do you see it over here? Anyway.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know what time it is? It's tea time.
It's jazzy time.
Jammy time. We could do a jazzy time too.
My fingers are feeling.
It's cozy psych time. Welcome back to Cozy Psych. We're back to doing videos again, so we're so happy to be here. So hello, Swifties. We are Swifties ourselves, and we're so excited to be reacting to Opalite today. First of all, obviously, we've heard the song. We love the song.
So far, the best one for me in the album.
I love it. I think it's slowly becoming my favorite,
it just grows on
Taylor banger. And it's so happy. It's so light. It's so positive. And we wanted to talk about, I personally wanted to talk about some of the themes today. And we're kind of reacting to it because Bella is like the type where she listens to songs, but she doesn't hear the lyrics. So I really wanted to go through the lyrics because I love the lyrics.
It's so funny because you'll see me singing it and I probably get the lyrics correctly, but I'm just singing that phonetically, not because I'm actually paying attention to the lyrics.
So I feel like when you live life that way, you don't think about it too much.
Yeah, no thoughts.
It's a good time.
Just meow meow.
It's a good time. Interestingly, Taylor Swift, she has talked about this a lot on podcasts and stuff, like the meaning of the song. And not only is Opalite about Travis, like about meeting Travis, like the stone itself that she's referring to. I'm a crystal girly, so I was like, oh wow, she's like, so Opal is the birthstone of October, I think. And then so it's a slight allusion to Travis, her now fiance.
Was he born?
Because he was born in October.
Ooh,
yeah.
He's an October baby.
But what's interesting is that like, opal is the natural stone, but Opalite is the man-made version.
Yeah.
And she talks about how she specifically used the stone Opalite because it's man-made. So part of it is about the color, like it's beautiful, it's iridescent.
It really is a beautiful color.
Yeah.
Like it's it's kind of like pearl but more translucent.
Yeah, it's like shimmering, shimmering, splendid. And we'll revisit this topic later, but it's important that she talked about and highlighted that the stone is man-made. So let's go through the lyrics. So we're assuming you guys have listened to the song, and if you haven't, then listen to it, but we're kind of scared of copyright thingies. So
just sing it. Sing it, Celina.
You might have to endure singing. So it starts with, I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. It's never gonna last.
Oh, so it's like junk food?
What does that sound like to you?
Kind of like eating junk food. That's what I'm picking up. Like a bad habit of eating feeling full, but not really getting nutrients. The same way that you eat junk food, you're not really like noticing what you're ingesting. It's just noticing
what you're ingesting, and you're not noticing its effect on you.
Yeah, and it's just going in and then coming out without much sustenance.
Yeah, it doesn't nourish you.
No nourishment. Yeah.
She literally says,
at least that's what's
her brother calls it eating out of the trash. So it's like, it's literally not good for you. It's literally like like junk food.
Yeah.
And then this is the next verse.
I thought my house was haunted. I used to live with ghosts.
And all the perfect couples said,
Ooh.
when you know, you know. And when you don't,
you don't.
So what does that sound like to you?
I think the ghosts are all the people that pass by in her life.
Yeah.
Or they're kind of just haunting her in terms of what love is. There's always that thought of, is this the right one? I think she perfectly encompasses that sense of like, you really don't know what you're doing until you find it.
What I like about this too, and maybe it's a part of me could relate, is that when you're unhappy and you don't know a better kind of love, to me, it's like the ghost of a memory of a person that is haunting you.
Holding on
to you. Like it has a hold on you and you kind of think about it, wishing that you could go back to it because you don't really know what love is.
You think that
is love.
What if that was the love? You just didn't really notice or recognize it.
I hear this thrown around a lot, that when someone really truly likes you or loves you, you will know, like you will never doubt. And when they don't like you, you will doubt it.
There's
a sense of not being unsure.
Yeah. You can't love someone who you don't feel safe with.
Yeah.
That's not real love.
There's a feeling of safety that is lacking that she's trying to convey that she didn't have in her lover's past because she felt unsafe. She never truly knew. Because when you know that someone truly loves you, where is that feeling of safety coming from? Your nervous system is more regulated, I would say. That when you are unsure that a person loves you, you often feel more on edge, right?
Yeah.
You're constantly looking for cues that they could abandon you.
Yeah, and proof that everything you're thinking about is true.
It's true that all of the negative thoughts that you might be
catastrophizing.
You're catastrophizing.
I think what I was trying to say is when you're catastrophizing, you're trying to find proof of that every negative thought you have is true.
Yeah. And catastrophizing is like, by definition, is you essentially thinking the worst possible case scenarios that could happen. So she goes, and all of the foes and all of the friends have seen it before. They'll see it again. Life is a song. It ends when it ends. I was wrong.
As the best friend, I felt this line.
I don't know what you mean, babe.
As the best friend, because you love your best friend, for all those besties out there who had to endure the process of their best friend finding love. I'm not saying that
some of us aren't so lucky on their first try, huh, babe?
I'm not saying I went
Shout out
that.
to the Chaz.
I'm not saying that I experienced
She's
that.
so cocky. When you're the friend watching someone go through it,
it's
you're
repetitive.
just like, it's repetitive, it's annoying.
And here it goes again. There's that sense of like, here we go again. Let me stretch those muscles.
I like what she points out here. Like when a song ends, like on your playlist, like goes on to the next, it's almost like you can't help it. You can't control when a song ends, even if you want it to go on longer. It ends when it ends.
There's that sense of like impending doom.
Oh, I love that.
You love it so much and you never want it to end. Especially when you first hear like a fantastic song.
We all know that
I'm
feeling.
Obsessed with. I think that part when she says I was wrong is that you can just replay it.
Yeah.
You can replay that song over and over and over again as much as you want.
She goes into the chorus.
Oh, whoops.
But my mama told me, it's all right. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. Sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Oh. I think she plays through the theme like of opalite. Not only through the color, because she uses colors a lot in her songs, right? Loving him was red, missing him was blue.
Shout out to the Summer I Turned Pretty Girls.
Yeah.
You would know.
Interesting that she calls it opalite now, and she contrasts the lack of it to an onyx night, like an absence of color. I like how she rephrased it as like dancing. You were dancing through the lightning strikes. The lightning strikes being symbolizing like conflict, chaos,
problems in the world,
heartbreak.
Yeah.
But
love.
Love
is like it hits you like a bullet.
Yeah. It's like now when you're shifting into the chorus, it sounds like they're shifting perspective. They're like, hindsight's 2020. Looking back, you were dancing through the lightning strikes. Like you were making the most out of a trashy situation.
Out of a scary situation.
Out of a scary situation.
Lightning, like love, is natural, but it's something that can hurt you significantly, body and soul. As we know, Taylor Swift went through so much of that. All her stories, all her songs. If you grew up with her songs, right?
Yeah.
You saw her entire story.
Yeah. She's experienced so many shades of love. But now the sky is opalite. Because now that the sky is opalite, or maybe she also made her sky opalite. I feel like that's what she was trying to get to.
By man-made.
Yeah, like not only did happiness arrive through, Travis arriving in her life. When I hear like dancing through the lightning strikes, I get a sense of she was doing her best to create happiness even amid the lightning strikes.
The opportunity.
And now she can fully appreciate the opalite. The happiness is partly arrived, but it's also partly her own doing. Like she has also made herself into the opalite, carrying everything that she's been through with her previous relationships and her career and everything. She's bringing that into here. At least that's what I'm getting.
And I think that's true for at least a lot of people who've gone into the dating world. You go through every single experience as an opportunity to learn more about yourself. There is value in the heartache. There is value in the chaos, the loving anyway. There's a general feeling now of fear when it comes to love. We're afraid to give away that part of ourselves.
Yeah, we're afraid to be vulnerable.
We're afraid to be vulnerable, and then we set up all these like coping mechanisms or defense mechanisms so that we don't put ourselves in that position. But I think what it's showing you, at least what I'm picking up also from her message, other than making your own happiness, is also there is value in those experiences, in the pain, in the heartache, in being vulnerable.
It's part of the opalite.
It is part of the experience. It is part of making your happiness.
Yeah. Not just sunshine and rainbows.
Not being afraid of the lightning, but giving yourself the opportunity to be happy despite it.
And reframing going through the lightning, you're not just enduring it. You're not just, you're dancing through it.
Yeah.
You're making the most out of it.
Yeah, I think something we can remember is actually we can dance through hardships. We have this tendency when we encounter hardships, it's like, oh, the sky is breaking. Oh no, everything's over. But actually, we can play some really good music in the midst of it, like Opalite.
Like Opalite. So in the last part of the chorus, she says, "Oh my Lord, never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine, but now the sky is opalite." So it's like she's now talking about him and how he also had to go through his own things to be the opalite that he is today.
To be
for them to meet
Yeah.
and create like this perfect storm of like goodness and also the darkness that lies behind it that makes the good. The next verse, you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone and you were just a pose. What does that mean to you?
In her phone and you were just a pose. I always say this to my clients. We as people are meaning making.
Yeah.
We always put meaning into everything. And when they don't have meaning, or at least when they're not something we understand, that's when we feel anxiety. That's when we start to spiral and start to catastrophize. Why is this happening to me?
When the meaning is unclear or when we're creating a maladaptive meaning.
Yeah.
And what's an example of that?
I'm gonna fail my exam. The thing is, I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but in a way, the adaptive function of that is for me to prepare even more.
To prepare.
Over-prepare.
To
over-prepare so that that reality that I imagined won't happen. So on one hand, it can be it has its function, but it can.
But if you tell that to yourself that no matter what you do, you are going to fail the exam,
that's maladaptive.
And that creates a lot of anxiety and depression, then that becomes maladaptive.
Yeah. So in love, when we don't understand what's happening, why is this happening? Why am I not loved the same way that I love? You feel alone.
Yeah.
But then again, there is value in loving anyway.
Yeah.
The thing is, when we're in the thick of it, we don't really see that.
But he was probably still learning something.
Yeah, you're
all of it.
Again, the value can be something as simple as just learning something about yourself.
Yeah. Maybe Travis was really invested in loving this person or persons, but then they weren't in it for real. Maybe they were just in it for the esteem, the Instagrammableness of it, the reputation of being with me. I don't know, a football player or whatever.
We wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know. We wouldn't really care. And he were just opposed. Like, he was just like part of
like
an image, a persona that this person wanted to create.
A little doll, I guess. That's what I understand from like the pose.
Yeah. And then she goes, and don't we try to love? We give it all we got. And you finally left the table. And what a simple thought.
You're starving till you're not. I love that.
Why? What about it, D-Love?
We romanticize love. And I had this conversation. I think I literally brought this up with you earlier. Actually, growing up on Disney films, or, well, for me, I would read romance books.
So did I.
Growing up on these ideals of love, we don't realize when we finally got into like our long-term relationships that love is not exciting. Not bringing flowers every day. It's not. It
screaming and fighting and kissing in the rain.
Aww. Romanticize this version of love that we grew up on, and then once
I see what you mean, because it's simple.
We try to love for the sake of like these, for the sake of all of these like images we've created about love, that it makes our world brighter.
Yeah.
Right. But the reality is, I don't know for you, at least for me, when you finally encounter love, it's quiet.
It's simple.
It's like, quiet.
Yeah. You're just suddenly nourished.
You're just suddenly
you left the table. Like, you don't need any more. You don't need to look for more.
You're full.
You're full. You're nourished. Yeah, I love that. And then it goes to the same. And all of the foes and all of the friends have messed up before.
They'll mess up
again, which is part and parcel of life and love. You learn, and you need to learn. You need to mess up, right? Life is a song. It ends. When it ends, you move on. You move on when there's a disappointment. And I want to point out here, she says, "Oh my Lord, never met no one like you before." In contrast to the first chorus, she says, "Never made no one like you before." So it's kind of like playing into that. Part of what makes our Sky Opalite now, part of what makes this relationship great is like it's a combination of luck meeting you and also making us ourselves, having our own experiences, creating our own ourselves.
It really encompasses the hardship that we go through in search of love, but also the reality that we come to face eventually once we realize the reality of love is actually a lot more practical than just like luck. Yeah. There's a lot of like experience, there's a lot of development and growth that comes into it. Yeah. And there's also a lot of realizations that, there's nothing stopping you from trying again. Yeah. Over and over again.
And you need to make those mistakes in order to be who you are.
And can I just say, there was a lot of flack on Taylor, like growing up, right? Yeah. There's a lot of flack on her for always switching partners, but personally, like, you can really see like her wisdom in doing that. Yeah. The wisdom in just trying over and over again, not just settling just because the world would tell you that, oh, you should probably settle down at this point, at this age. But she didn't. She just kept trying over and over again until she finally found the right person for her. Because sometimes, more than luck, it's also, learning about yourself. It's learning what you want.
Yeah, and she's learned that a lot. We see, obviously we don't know her, but we can tell a lot about what she's experienced.
I know you, Tay.
Through her songs.
I know you.
We know you.
You're my bestie.
You know us, even if you don't know that yet. Okay, so this is like the last different, because it goes into the chorus again. But this is one of my favorite parts of the song, is the bridge. "This is just a storm inside a teacup, but shelter here with me, love. Thunder like a drum. This life will beat you up." I love how she uses a storm inside a teacup, because that's another way of like reframing a difficult situation. Like there was the dancing through the lightning strikes, and this is just a storm inside a teacup. Like this suffering, this disappointment, this frustration is temporary. It won't last forever. And maybe it's like we're just in a microcosm of our own suffering and pain, but in reality there's so much love out there. There's so much more outside of this teacup that we can't see beyond. I love that.
You can ask yourself, do you remember that last time you
were so worried about that one thing?
You were so worried about that one thing. Do you remember why? Like, I can never do that.
Most of the conflicts that we experience are so minute in the grand
They feel so real in the moment.
They feel so real in the moment, but they're so...
2 weeks later, I can't even remember what I ate that day. I really do appreciate like that reminder. I think that's something that we always have to be reminded of.
So she says, yeah, this life will beat you up. It's part of life. This is just a temporary speed bump. But failure brings you freedom, and I can bring you love.
It's amazing how she fit in all those lyrics.
Yeah.
You know?
It's such an internally consistent
melody.
Theme. Failure brings you freedom, and that eventually can bring you love and happiness, not only just through meeting the right person, but through making yourself, finding yourself, becoming who you're meant to be. I wanted to revisit the question of Opalite, like in her emphasizing that happiness can be man-made. Do you think happiness can really be man-made? As someone where I really have to deliberately try to create happiness, that I love the underlying message of this song is that you can create happiness. You don't have to wait for it to happen. You don't have to wait for it to arrive. You can cultivate it in really hard times. Yeah.
You can always create the opportunity. Actually, there's always opportunities around you, but of course, when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the middle of the storm, it's hard to see that.
Yeah.
But then when you step back, give yourself the space to just come back, try again, you realize, oh, there's other ways of doing this.
That kind of goes back to the concept of behavioral activation, which we've talked about a lot. So if you want to learn more about that, you can watch our video on behavioral activation. But it says that, when we're feeling down, you can deliberately make yourself do things to feel better. And sometimes you literally have to force yourself to do things.
It's activating because it's activating your internal systems, right?
Do things you enjoy, do things that give you a sense of social connection, and do things that give you a sense of accomplishment. So maybe that's what Taylor was unconsciously doing, probably doing a lot, but she didn't mention it in the song, but maybe songwriting for her, making meaning out of all of the hardship. It was like a way that she was dancing through the lightning strikes.
It is.
Yeah.
And she made a lot of money for it too.
Yeah. Good for her.
Good for you.
Good for her. You have to emphasize, another way you can cultivate happiness in, even like the darkest of days is remembering things that you are grateful for. As cliche and as simple as it sounds, it can be often easier said than done.
What about if I intentionally try identifying things that I'm happy about?
Yeah. Like, remember when we were studying for the board exam? It was like the last step, the last notch on the post of what we needed to achieve to become licensed psychologists.
Yeah.
And it was such a hard, difficult process.
Culmination of all of our hard work.
And it was so difficult in the moment. But honestly, babe, it helped me to remember in those times that like, my goodness, the fact that we're even complaining about studying is a blessing, because so many people would kill to be in our position. And for us to be like in this last stage is actually a wonderful thing. Now here we are.
Thank you for forcing me to go through those lyrics.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Now she knows what she's singing.
I can't just sing it phonetically anymore.
I know. Now you have to remember.
Now I have to think about all the things that I am grateful for.
Think about all of your... But we're definitely grateful for Taylor Swift. And yeah, Taylor, open invite to be on Cozy Side.
Only if you want. If you don't, no pressure. No pressure.
So that's all for today. We'll see you
at the next one.
In the next one.
Bye.
That's not
too far.